If I ever do get the chance to travel by bike, I jump at it because I do think it's just the right pace for exploring a city or the countryside and everything in between. What I loved about the bike trail system in Hamilton, Ontario was not only was it quite expansive, but people were actually using it. They've connected the old trails with a lot of new ones, and they had these very convenient bike staircases that you could run up and down to deal with the terrain. I absolutely love that there are hundreds of miles of bike trails all around Hamilton. I've been able to travel by bike all day long and see so much. Traditionally, Hamilton is a steel town, a very industrial place, but the green spaces encompass the entire city. I was amazed by the wildlife I saw. I know that Canada geese are fairly typical for most people, but for me this is an exotic bird, just as exotic as stuff I've seen in Africa or Antarctica. Canada geese are Canadian and they're everywhere. Most of you know that I always break for baby animals, especially baby birds, and the swan with her cygnets were just too irresistible not to stop and visit with. I was especially excited to see a black squirrel on the campus of McMaster University. Black squirrels are a very Ontario animal, but we have them in Washington, D.C., and this is where we get them from. So now I'm in the Royal Botanical Gardens, which are the largest botanical gardens in Canada and the second largest in the world. They go on and on forever. I just spent about an hour smelling dozens of different kinds of roses. The Royal Botanical Gardens in nearby Burlington are astounding. There's so many different kinds of flowers, so if you like flowers, this is heaven. These are my favorites, the Chinese dogwood tree. But just the smell of the place, it was so sweet and so fresh. By the end of the day, I was totally blissed out. And I watched the sunset over here at Coots Paradise, a place of total quiet in the midst of the city and total serenity.